The following video is inspired by PD Lumina and his latest video about normalcy bias. If you haven't seen it, I'll provide a link below in the description box, and I think I'm going to try to make this a video response to that post. As a person who likes normal, I really dig normal. I really prefer to do normal. And I like to maintain normal as well. I would like to take an opposing argument to what PD has to say in his vid, and maybe offer, in a way, an explanation as to why his predicted collapse hasn't come yet. Please understand, I'm not saying that everything's fine, and I'm not saying that shadow stats and a 20% unemployment thing isn't real or isn't a problem. Unemployment is extremely high, and especially in my own county in Florida, unemployment is extremely high, and I think it's the biggest issue that needs to be tackled. I think unemployment needs to be tackled even more so than this national debt issue, which is, of course, another problem. That being said, I would like to say there is a converse to your normalcy bias, and it is something that I'm going to term as abnormalcy bias. That's when a point of view is skewed towards things that are abnormal or things that are outside of the fine, and then you end up weighing these skews in the abnormal information greater than you do the normal information. So in the case of collapse, you would weigh the indicators of collapse greater than what you would weigh the indicators of stability. So a jobs report, for example, comes out, and you see 20% unemployment, but only 50,000 jobs created. Instead of weighing 50,000 created jobs greater or equal to the unemployment rate, you still continue to weigh the unemployment rate greater than whatever job creation was there. That is an abnormalcy bias, according to what I just defined. If the true definition of abnormalcy bias is different than that, then I plead the fifth. The other thing I'd like to point out has to do with the collapse itself, and what I think you may want to consider leaving the door open for. For those who do not know, PD Lumina has some excellent videos on a breakdown of the economy and how the Department of Treasury interacts with the Federal Reserve, and it's all great stuff, and the guy really does his homework. Now, where I think you and I tend to part ways on our understanding has to be with, we have a lot of factors currently that are unprecedented. Things that have never happened before in an economy. Electronically transferable funds, insane real-time communication abilities. Just various unprecedented economic factors. And in a collapse theory, as well as a stability theory now, what we're ending up doing is we are extrapolating, predicting, based on unprecedented data, the outcome. Now, for those of you with mathematical or science background, you guys know that extrapolation is variable at best, and when you have extrapolation of unprecedented data, I mean, you gotta leave that window. You gotta leave that window of possibility open. I mean, the further up you go, the further away from probability you get. Personally, I believe the longer we go without collapse, the less likely it is to occur. Give me a moment to explain. My belief is if increased spending stops right now and we're able to somehow reverse that, then everything will be okay. And the reason why I say that is because we haven't collapsed yet. So therefore, if we can stop now and go the opposite direction, get it back down, get it back under control, then it won't happen at all, because it hasn't happened for us. Now I'm just talking about for us. I'm not meaning Greece or a place in Africa or whatever. We live in America. So that's where I'm coming from at it, and as always, great to see a video from you, man, and keep up the good work. We'll see y'all later.